Built over the course of 2 years in Newport News, Virginia, the battleship USS Indiana was formally launched by Miss Lewis C. Robbins, IU alumna and daughter of then Indiana Governor Henry Schricker, on the 21st day of November, 1941, before a crowd of 10,000 people. A delegation of more than 600 Hoosiers made the trip in 2 special 16-car trains to witness the Indiana's christening. The launch was labeled perfect by veteran shipbuilders. Few suspected how soon the USS Indiana would be called into action and how important her role would come to be. 16 days later, Japan mounted its attack on Pearl Harbor and assured the United States entry into World War II. With the Navy's fleet severely damaged, the USS Indiana was quickly put through her initial trials and commissioned in late April 1942, when she immediately embarked to the South Pacific to protect naval aircraft carriers and support American advances. Able to hit speeds of more than 27 knots, carrying more than 1,000 sailors, and ultimately armed with 128 guns ranging from 20 millimeters to 16 inches, the USS Indiana was one of the Navy's fastest and most powerful ships to serve in the war. The ship went on to earn 9 battle stars for the critical role in many successful campaigns in the Marshall Islands, at Iwo Jima and Okinawa, and beyond. More than 5,600 men served aboard the Indiana during World War II, making many trips across the Pacific for the ship's various defensive and offensive operations before the war's end in 1945. She then returned to the United States and was stationed on the West Coast before being placed in service on reserve in 1946 and finally decommissioned in 1947. In 1962, the Navy struck the USS Indiana from its official list. The following year, she was sold for scrap, with key relics being salvaged for displays throughout the country. Indiana University received the mainmast and accompanying 40mm turrets as a gift from the Navy in 1966, meant to stand as a memorial for the sons and daughters of the state of Indiana who have so gallantly served our nation. Dedicated that year by Elvis Starr, then president of IU and previously Secretary of the Army, these artifacts have been on display at Memorial Stadium ever since. Now, nearly 50 years later, Indiana University is proud to welcome another addition to its USS Indiana installation. Through combined alumni support and private donations, Memorial Stadium now serves as home to the prow. This addition, much as the stadium itself, stands as testament to IU's reverence for our country's veterans and active servicemen and women. Though this may be the first time we've ever met, welcome home, Indiana.